So I always have to start out with a quote or reaching back to someone who's always very important to us, and a lot of you know David Stern, right, former commissioner of the NBA. And he famously says that sports is the canary in the coal mine of technology, right? And kind of really early adopters, figuring out where the wind is blowing. So with that in mind, what jobs do you see that are going to be in existence 5 years from now that may or may not be here now, right? So what are the kind of, if you're advising, either someone who's in the middle of their career or starting out a career, where would you start to direct them?
Yeah, jobs that don't exist today that will in the future. I mean, I think it will, obviously you're going to continue to have sort of the traditional jobs at teams. I think teams will start having, we're already seeing it a lot today, a lot more of an innovation focus and building out sort of big capacities around technology and around strategy. So that at the team level, but then beyond that, I think it's about what is the technology that's coming 5 to 10 years from now. And I guess just to pick one space that I think is really applicable to the sports ecosystem would be the area of voice and audio and how that all plays into the sports ecosystem. I think a lot of people have their eyes on gambling and esports and some of these things that are really coming near term, but I think longer term, there are lots of exciting opportunities in the way that voice assistants come to get integrated into our sports viewing experience and how that drives a lot of the transaction volume in the sports ecosystem. So I'd be thinking a little bit about that.
Well, getting back to your quote, I think that former Commissioner Stern is exactly right. And that's one of the reasons personally why I love working in professional sports. It's that sports has such unbelievable touch points to seemingly disparate industries, and it has incredible value, particularly from the standpoint of convening large audiences in a live format. If you look at the top 100 highest rating events from 2018, 88 of them are live sporting events. And so even in new sporting categories like esports, we're still finding that you can attract global audiences if the content really matters and is important. I think that one of the things that local franchises have really started to adopt in the past couple of years is they've accepted that we've become big data companies, particularly on a regionalized level. And I give our SVP of business intelligence a lot of credit. We've grown our group from a small group of analysts into the largest in the NBA. So we're really focused on optimizing our data and making it translate into a better customer experience in the arena. And then I also think in terms of new positions that are going to roll out, I think that the production world is changing. Automated production technologies like key motion that we use for our OTT network, Monumental Sports Network, are coming online. And curators or influencers on YouTube and Twitch are going to become very, very valuable moving forward. Betting analysts too. We very much view the betting world as coming online and one day having a CNBC style channel that's focused on betting and treating betting less like a taboo topic and more like stock analysts would in a real-time market. So I think those are positions that are going to become increasingly important in the next 5 to 10 years.
I think you're going to see more of a hybridization too between traditional sports and health and wellness. I think we'll look at it as a dashboard, not just on-field play, but your readiness, your recovery. So I think you'll start to see some of the things that maybe are at the elite level right now, like nutritionists, sleep coaches, if you will, that sort of thing. Just the everyday average athlete are going to start to leverage those technologies so they're performing at their best.